Psalm 105, starting in verse 1. Oh, give thanks to the Lord. Again, it's one person, the self-existent one. That's what the Lord means. Call upon his name. Make known his deeds among the peoples. Sing to him. Sing songs to him. Talk of all his wondrous works. Glory in his holy name. Let the hearts of those who rejoice, who seek the Lord. Seek the Lord and his strength. Seek his face evermore. Remember his marvelous works, which he has done, his wonders and the judgments of his mouth. O seed of Abraham, his servant, you children of Jacob, his chosen ones. He is the Lord our God. His judgments are in all the earth. He remembers his covenant forever, the word which he commanded for 1,000 generations, the covenant which he made with Abraham and his oath to Isaac. What David is all about is knowing his God. He never said anything about more than one God. He knew one God. And here he is identifying our God. And as a side note, he is confirming the covenant that was made before the law, the covenant made with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the promise that is in our one God. He gave the law for its own reason. It was temporary. And Hebrews talks about this too, that what is waxing old is perishing, is going away. The law is going away. And what we get through the law is self-righteousness if we're dishonest, or brokenness if we are honest. The law was given to break us, so we can come to the promise that he gave to Abraham 400 years before the law was given. Like I said, just a side note, but that is our God identifying himself. If God was more than one, why wouldn't they ever say, I mean, it gets confusing, because you can't say he if God is a multiplicity of people, if God is a collective, if God is a group, a committee. You could never say he unless you're identifying which one of them you're talking about. So again, the trick of the devil is to get you to lie about him and to pepper your language with absolute and utter confusion. It's all confusion. Oh, that's what I love. Jeremiah 10:10. But the Lord, remember what that means, the self-existent one, the one who is. When he said, I am, it was a derivative of that word, put together with another word to make the Lord. But the Lord is the true God. He is the living God and the everlasting King. How many kings do we have? Did we get a new one when Jesus came here? Or I think that's a rhetorical question. We have one king. He's always been king. At his wrath, the earth will tremble. At his wrath, and the nations will not be able to endure his indignation. I think I got another one here in Jeremiah 10. Let me see. Because that's an amazing. Oh yes, the very next verse. This is beautiful. So he establishes who God is. He's the true God. He's the living God, the everlasting King. Thus you shall say to them. So in other words, you say to people in the context of who your God is. Because they always make a big deal about God with the word Elohim. Well, it's plural, therefore three. Although it can be plural, but it is not required to be plural. It can mean the one true and living God. If there's any plurality in his nature, it's in that he is everything. He is all things to us. He is not all people, all gods. That's not what it is. And this makes this so clear. So clear. If you know God, you're going to know what I'm talking about. So just hang on to this one, learn this one, love this one. The gods, that is the Elohims that have not made the heavens and the earth, that is the Trinity or any other set of gods, those are the ones that have not made the heavens and the earth, shall perish from the earth and from under these heavens. He has made the earth by his power. See, he goes back to affirming the individuality of our God. Our God is an individual. He has to be. You are an individual. You are made in his image and likeness. And the greatest likeness you share with him is your individuality. That's how you relate to him. You cannot relate to someone who is some three. We relate to each other, one person to another, imperfectly. But even as an imperfect one, you can relate to your perfect one because he is an individual. Not because you're perfect like him, certainly not that, but you do share something with him, and that's your individuality. He has made the earth by his power. I just can't get off that. he makes it clear what they did not do. The gods, they did not make the heavens and the earth, but he made the earth by his power. By his power. He has established the world by his wisdom and has stretched out the heavens at his discretion. The writer is making this explicitly clear because he knows what he's dealing with. Because Israel was always going after other gods. It was other gods. It wasn't some other God. They were other gods. They had other gods. They had other gods they served. When he utters his voice, there is a multitude of waters in the heavens, and he causes the vapors to ascend from the ends of the earth. He makes lightning for the rain. He brings the wind out of his treasuries. One more. Everyone is dull-hearted without knowledge. Every metalsmith is put to shame by an image, for his molded image is falsehood, and there is no breath in them. They are futile, a work of errors. In the time of their punishment, they shall perish. They. By who? By the hand of the one God. He's making a point here. He's making it so clear that we are to understand that how do you know you're one God? You know him by who he is. And if there's anyone identifying themselves as God, you know automatically that that's a false God. And they always do. They always have to give it away. 16, the portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the maker of all things. He is the maker, Jesus Christ. And Israel is the tribe of his inheritance. The Lord of hosts is his name. Oh, I got to charge my battery. So just to read verse 16 again. The portion of Jacob is not like them. You see, he's making it specific to a people who are always going after other gods. And he wants them to know that that is evil. It is inherently evil to go after other gods. Not just because they are not him, but because they are so not like him because they are more than one. That's what makes them the false gods. Either made up out of whole cloth or these wicked spirits and servants of the God of this world. They are demons and devils. So he says this, the portion of Jacob, in other words, the God, of the inheritance of Jacob, of God's people, is not like them, for he is the maker of all things. The Lord of hosts is his name. Is his name, not their name. It has never said their name. We're going to